Many would say uh, they with in this whatever this is. Uh, we going by the contract. We're going by this. We're going by that. Uh, Social media will probably block me because of the stuff I say. I get that part. I don't care nothing about that. Hey, block it. Personally, I would block all the important stuff. If I had my own social site, I would block all the important stuff. But I would put it in safekeeping. Talk to these people about it personally. And if you don't know what you deleting, I learned that in the studio though. I learned that in the studio. You can't just delete anything because you never know when God is speaking. But social media will block me. I get it. If you don't want to look through all that, okay, well, just block all of it. Destroy the network. I get that. But on a realistic level, on what I'm going through, now let's say what I'm going through, they be like, uh, this contract, we're going to listen to this contract, we're going to listen to this agreement. Well, who agreement? One, nobody talked to me. Two, you just unaligned me and somehow you needed me to do all the important work for you. And I don't blame all that. I just utilized Devil Deal to write all that off. But that sounds like more of a professional error. More of a professional error that should have been right through professionals that wronged it in the first place. So, so, um, so let's go back to the test. Let's go backwards for a while. Okay, well, you needed somebody to do the test. You want somebody to do the test. Okay. And you gonna listen to the people who do the test. You don't listen to the people who do the test. The most I got out of doing that test was high and by. People smiling in my face. The rest I was crazy. Something's wrong with me. Slow. Everything but the child of God. And I knew it was gonna be hard because when I first walked into this, somebody of importance, Gates, told me I needed some yarn to make my own clothes. So I knew it was gonna be rough. But hell, they didn't even give me the money to buy the yarn stuff. I mean, they gave me some stuff and I could have utilized that stuff. And I should have utilized that stuff. But I got robbed. When I got robbed, certain things got stolen that I wanted to utilize when I utilized that stuff. And I just never picked it up to try to even do it again. And then on top of that, the humiliation ritual, the disrespect, the ongoing loops, the stuff. It was ongoing. Well, it's all probably was supposed to be part of it to wake something up inside of me. Then the address warp, and then the people jumping in the test that wasn't supposed to be in the test, and then the warping of the energy, and then the sacrificing of more people. It was just ongoing. It was like, wait a minute, this is a slaughterhouse. This ain't no experiment. This is a welcome all to be slaughtered. So I stopped. It was like, I learned this a long time ago. When everybody treats you bad, and the energy treats you bad, the universe treats you bad, and your people treat you bad, your gang members treat you bad, your family treats you bad for doing something they want you to do, stop doing it. But most importantly, what made me stop was the difference in the energy, the dark and the light. I would rather deal with the dark telling me to do the test than to deal with the light that was telling me not to do the test, because the light was hitting me with this overwhelming reasons. And it was like, even though I was failing when it came down toward the light, the stuff they was telling me and how I was feeling made me want to write it down. They were like, wow, And it was like, if I would have continued to go against the light, I would have just died. Because they were just telling me some harsh stuff, like, you know, and it was right. It was all right. It made so much sense. It was like, this is this, this is why this is why they're doing this is what's going on here, this is what you don't. But see, they don't talk to you while you passing the test. The light ain't talking to you while you doing good. The light is silent, very silent. So silent you think the light done left for you. But the light is still there. The light is just relaxed. Well, we cool, but the dark is pretty much attacking you. And the dark, the dark is gonna be the dark. Most of us used to the dark. And what the dark is wanting and expecting, hell, when you give it to the dark, they treat you like you are the dark. Hell, like I said, the most they gave me for doing the test, when I was doing the test, was high and by. They ain't really getting bothered about it no more. We just going to the past. The most they gave me for doing the test was high and by. That was it. Everything else was criticism. It was horrible. It was horrible. My life was already horrible. It was more horrible added to the horrible that I already was enduring. It was terrible. My God. I'm like, I'm not finna help you mutilate me. And that's when I looked around and realized a lot of people done been mutilated. Some people done been mutilated so much so they joined the people who mutilated them and found somebody else. This is how they were swapping energy. That person that was mutilated before me jumped on the opposing side, mutilated me and took my identity. It's like they was mutilating people to take their identity. That's all I got out of it. It was straight up hell on earth. Well, purgatory. Purgatory. And that's all I got to say about it. That's it.